of precipitation today, only 20%. This is your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center.
Hi folks, Pat Shannon inviting you to join me for the Home Ad Show. We help you sell things, buy things, celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and have a lot of fun in the process. Weekday mornings from 9 to 11, here on News Talk WSIC.
Welcome to WSIC News Talk Now. I'm Margi Kyle, and usually you see Debbie doing this, but unfortunately today she could not make it. She'll join us next week. We bring to you community-centered, an hour-long program that today you're going to get healed in a way that you never felt possible. We bring hope and we put smiles on faces one at a time. If you have a business in the Lake Norman area that you have done some wonderful things to help other people, we'd like to hear from you. If you could call 844-STUDIO-4 or 844-788-3464 and tell Bill, give him your number, and I will give you a call, or Debbie will. We're here to inform you as to what's going on and how you can get healed. I feel like I'm already in a healing room. The energy in this room. When you understand, my guest, Cori Stuart, is a Reiki master, also a heart healer, and a holistic healer. Mm-hmm. Welcome. This room is just filled with all sorts of energy coming at us.
Margi, it's truly an honor to be here. And the beautiful thing with energy work is like attracts like. And walking into this room, I believe we did create a little energy vortex. Also knowing that you have Reiki experience. So
I do. And my little story is I was in 3 major car accidents when I was 16. We share that. And I had a chiropractor that sort of helped me get back on my feet, as I know you're going to tell your story in a minute. Fast forward, my son, when he was 15, broke his neck and was told he would never walk again. And so Alex said, "What are we going to do, Mom?" And I said, "We're going to cry for a day, and then we've got work to do." And I called every healing person I knew. And they both said, you need reflexology for him and Reiki. And I just cannot say enough about the healing properties of Reiki that people don't even know are going on.
it's true. There are so many beautiful opportunities with Reiki, which for those who are not in the know of what Reiki is a Japanese energy healing technique. And it is the intentional movement of energy, putting it very, very simply. The beautiful aspect of that is it can be done either hands-on or it can be done by distance. And it is a form of active meditation. So when we have traumatic events such as a car accident, which unfortunately you and I do have two similar stories, we have the opportunity of using the intentional movement of energy to help our bodies be able to better balance themselves. And we can also assist other people in doing the same.
And I could not believe Alex's Reiki instructor, or that was doing Reiki on him. She said, don't let him have a bad day. Pick up the phone and call me, and I will do some healing by phone.
Yeah. To me, Reiki is very similar to prayer, because when we're putting forth that good or that intentional movement, it can create a ripple effect. And so when we're praying for a person, or we're putting Reiki towards a person, or we're thinking positively about a person, the beautiful aspect, you don't have to be right next to them.
Yeah.
They can be across the world. For example, my dad's birthday was the other day. He's in Italy. I wasn't able to, give him an energetic hug here, but I could sure send it to Pisa. So in similar fashion, for an individual who's had an accident, they might not be able to leave their home.
That's right.
And sometimes with Charlotte traffic, you can't make it across town so easily if you have a migraine. And you can use Reiki in order to help balance the body and to help the body feel better.
Yeah. Well, with Alex's case, he was in the hospital, he was screwed to the wall.
Yeah.
So there was no way he could go anywhere.
Yeah. It's truly amazing when we put our mind, and I am a firm believer our body has 3 minds. So we've got the actual thinking brain, the heart brain, and our gut instinct brains, or our digestive brains. But when we apply those to building ourselves forward, I don't think we can be stopped, such as you or your son or myself, from getting better.
Well, and I think we rely so heavily on our doctors to be able to cure everything.
Yes.
And I think after COVID, we need to take a step back and look at other ways we can help ourselves, even just with attitude.
I think you're onto something big there. I think you're onto something
because
big.
Attitude is the whole part of it.
Yeah. A big part of my practice is to do everything from the heart. And when we do things from the heart and we understand everything is for us, and we understand that our perspective can really build us forward by being having everything for us, we're able to really make a big difference. And as an individual who's battled anxiety most of my life, and now I call myself a survivor or a thriver instead of the night going into battle in the trenches every day, COVID really brought about people who used to give me a hard time and say, okay, this is what anxiety is. I am so sorry I gave you a hard time. What are the tools that you're using in order to get through this?
Yes. And I'm hoping you'll share some of those with us.
I'd be honored to. And the beautiful thing is, yes, Reiki is most definitely a cornerstone of my practice, but it's not the only part of my practice. A lot of it is mindset.
You're a package deal.
I am. I'm a firm believer when we take a more holistic approach. So that's the intellectual and the physical and the energetic. We're able to, instead of reinventing the wheel over and over again, we're able to build ourselves more forward more easily. So instead of taking 1 step forward and having maybe 2 steps back, we're able to do 2 forward.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
It does. And when I took Reiki, I came home the first night with these chimes.
Yeah.
My husband thought I was crazy. And the minute he had a negative energy, I went, oh, we have to clear the air.
Yeah, I love that noise, or our different frequencies that we can tune into, whether it be through chimes or sound bowls, tuning forks, even just music on the radio. We can reset our bodies.
Well, and my grandkids got used to these, that when I'd had enough, I would just cling these and they'd say, oh, Grammy's had enough. We're going to have to settle down and be quiet now. And we're going to have to take a break. If you have a question, we would love to answer it. So please keep 844 Studio 4 on a piece of paper near you and give us a call. We'll be right back.
Community Center with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle will return after this short break on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. Enjoy exploring the many musical talents of others? Kane Center for the Arts in Cornelius is hosting the LKN Songwriter Showcase this Saturday. Davidson Mayor Rusty Knox will be among the performers. the LKN Songwriter Showcase this Saturday. For more info, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. Less than 2 weeks until Huntersville Heyday, the sesquicentennial celebration for the town of Huntersville. Saturday, September 23rd from 2 until 8 p.m. at Huntersville Athletic Park. Come celebrate Huntersville's 150th birthday. Saturday, September 23rd. For more info, visit huntersville.org. Not much time left for apple picking at Kerrigan Farms. The apple picking at Kerrigan Farms is a very short window. Apple picking will end September 30th. Apple picking at Kerrigan Farms, only in September. Book your experience now at kerriganfarms.com. That's kerriganfarms.com.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Saturdays and Sundays, September 30th through November 19th. A non-stop outdoor family adventure. Huzzah! Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com while supplies last. The Carolina Renaissance Festival is sponsored by Sunbelt Rentals. For all your equipment rental needs. Equipment service guaranteed. Huzzah!
Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
And now a look at your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center. Still looks like a good morning out there. Sunny skies through the late morning and early afternoon, a high reaching 86 degrees. As we head into the later afternoon, though, isolated showers and thunderstorms are a possibility. Total chance of precipitation today, only 20%. This is your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center.
Call now to speak with Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle at 844-STUDIO-4. It's community-centered on WSIC.
And I really hope you will call in. We are sitting here ready and waiting to answer your questions. The other thing that I love, these are dangerous if you can see them. They're called Dazzler rods. And the first thing my grandkids do when they come to see me is they stand up nice and tall and they say, "Grammy, make sure I'm balanced today." Now, when they're both at me straight like this, it means you are balanced. We had to really balance Bill, but he's okay today.
It's amazing what you can do with the dowsing rods. You can tell if you're balanced. You can
That's
help
right.
find water. There
Yeah.
are so many beautiful purposes. And the great thing, there are so many great tools, such as dowsing rods, that you can really just get a kind of a rather quick answer of, okay, am I as grounded as I think I am?
That's right.
Or do I have some homework I need to do?
Yeah. Well, it really helps you when you're really all over the place like I kind of was this morning. And all of a sudden I got these out and I held them towards me and I thought, okay, just ground yourself, settle down, one thing at a time.
Yeah, and a couple of my favorite, like you had asked about different techniques that I use in my practice. And I think a couple of very quick, simple grounding techniques are one, going out and walking barefoot in the grass. Like anytime we have earth connection, or, you've heard of people possibly saying, oh, go hug a tree. It will ground you. Same with petting animals. Animals are one of the best grounding sources we can have in our lives, whether it be a cat or a puppy dog or a horse, whatever it might be.
Or even a rabbit.
Or even a rabbit. Or having birds around. But
I
having
love the birds.
having time in nature. I often encourage clients, you know what? I understand you're a runner. That's phenomenal. Can you try going for a run without your earbuds? Or don't turn them on and actually listen to what's going on around you.
Oh, amazing.
What do the birds sound like? And that's an active form of meditation. It's a great way to reconnect with yourself.
Now, where are you located?
My office is located in Huntersville. I'm right across from Birkdale.
Okay.
Yeah.
And don't leave without giving us a number or an email.
Most certainly. I can tuck that in now if you'd like.
Sure.
So my number, I moved, but I still haven't changed to a 704 number. So it's 891-5161. And an email is cori@coristuart.com. So it's my
Beautiful.
name.
Okay. Cori Stuart.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about your beginning.
So for me, I started studying Reiki and energy work when I really hit a wall of frustration with feeling anxious and not having solutions. And no fault to the doctors that I went to, but they didn't know what they didn't know. And there were no naturopaths in the town that I lived in.
Okay.
And when the doctor prescribed a pill to take care of a pill, I kindly looked at him and said, I'm out of here.
I agree.
And walked into the pharmacist's office and said, how do I get myself off of this?
Yeah.
And she kindly walked me through getting off of the medicine and actually suggested that I started taking magnesium, which no doctor had suggested before. And so many of us are low in magnesium. Hint, hint, please go get tested, especially if you're a woman. But from there, it wasn't that much longer that I had a friend whose mom very quickly passed. And when she passed, his therapist recommended that he go and talk to a medium to see if he could say goodbye, as well as doing Reiki to just calm the mind. And after several sessions, he's like, if this is helping me through what I'm going through, this might actually help your anxiety level. I'm like, tell me what I owe the snake charmer. I will show up.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Yeah.
Nothing's worked. And after 2 sessions, I was like, okay, we're really onto something here. How do I share this with other people? Sadly, the filament didn't fully turn on in the light bulb until I actually started studying and working with a mindset coach here in the Charlotte area. He's
Okay.
based up in Mooresville. And when I started working with him, I met several individuals who were studying Reiki. I'm like, great. Who do I take this from? So I showed up for my Reiki level 1 thinking I was going to learn how to help other people. I had no clue you could do Reiki on yourself.
You can.
You can. And that there is so in traditional Reiki, there are 3 levels. There's level 1 in which you learn nothing other than to take care of yourself. That should be our first hint.
And if you do nothing else, and I brought my big book because I'm up to level 2.
Yeah.
I finished level 2. But I want to continue because it just did so much to change my attitude and to change how I took care of myself, which isn't calling the doctor and taking a pill.
Yeah.
It's starting with attitude.
Yeah. And that's the most beautiful part with level 1. We learn how to apply that for ourselves.
Yeah.
And in a society where we're still relearning and reprogramming from taking care of everybody else first, here's this big, green, beautiful flag saying, please take care of yourself first.
To which you have a chapter in this
do.
beautiful book.
I do. I have a great friend who said, let's put together some healers and let's do a collaborative book. And so I'm the author of Chapter 5 in Thrive and Prosper. And each chapter is different. So you can skip through the book, but I'm obviously a little biased towards Chapter 5.
Holistic healing.
Holistic healing.
I think it starts there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't do anything, then obviously don't not go to the doctor.
Right.
But have a look at yourself first.
Always look at yourself first. So Margie and I were talking about, we do have unfortunate things of nasty car accidents in common. And it's, been almost 2.5 years ago now. I got into a pretty nasty one and ended up spending some time at CMC Maine in the trauma unit. And the nurses kept coming in and being like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm as okay as I can be. Why? And they're like, well, you're playing meditation music. Are you sure you're okay? It feels really calm in here. And I kept having my hand on heart center and they're like, okay, are you sure you're not experiencing chest pain? And I go, no, I'm running energy through myself.
Yeah.
So nurses and doctors kept, and
I
I'm
think
not
you
trying
need to call a shrink.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble. But nurses and doctors kept popping in. Are you really sure you're okay?
Yeah.
It feels really chill in here. Can we just kind of duck in for a minute? Thankfully, I had no major physical injuries other than brain injury. But I know if I hadn't been doing Reiki on myself and on the vehicle and on the people around me, I could have been much worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know my dog is as okay as she was because she was in the car as well. And I know she's as okay as she is because she was also getting Reiki.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many beautiful things you can do with the energy work.
And I don't think our listeners need to feel that we're saying this is the end all to the be all, because it
No.
isn't. But it's a great start to know who you are
Yeah, I'm an open book.
and how you like to feel
Yeah.
and what feels good to you, and understanding that, so that when you're off a bit, you'll know it.
Yeah.
And then you make the decision, is this something that you can sort of correct yourself? Once you learn the tools,
They're
it's
always with
easy
you.
to sort of take a stop for a minute and readjust your thinking before you just go to the doctors. Are getting so slammed right now. It's sad.
Yeah, I think anymore we really need to assess, okay, is there something simple I could be doing?
Yeah.
Is it taking a deep breath? Is it going for a quick lap around the block? Should I be tweaking my diet just a little bit? I know I love ice cream, but I need more blueberries too. What are the little things that we can do
Yeah.
so when we really do need the help, the doctors are freed up to give us what we need?
Yeah. Well, we have way too much available to us now.
Yeah.
And I think of when I grew up, which was the golden old days. We
10
had
years
ice cream,
ago.
but that was about it.
Yeah.
And it was probably good for you because it all natural ingredients.
Right. Right.
So, but what we're putting into our bodies now may not be.
Right. And that's another reason why I'm a firm believer of the holistic approach is I can work with you and your energy and help you ask the right questions energetically. But if we're not addressing your eating processed foods all 4 meals or all 3 meals of your day, we're not necessarily going to help you get back into a great loving place of you being your best you.
Yeah.
You might still have more inflammation than you care to because your body's working a little bit harder to make sure it stays healthy.
Now you're going to start teaching some Reiki courses.
I have. I started teaching a couple of classes this summer, and I'm excited to keep diving further forward. I've got a online Reiki training class in development, and I'm looking forward to trying to release that next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think that's for people who are so busy,
Yeah.
and a lot of us are, that's just a great way to start.
It is. And as we were briefly touching on, with Reiki level 1, you learn how to take best care of yourself. And then in level 2, you start learning how to take care of your loved ones, whether they be your family or your plants, the foods, your animals, all the little things around you in a much better way because you've got that foundation of taking better care of yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, in the few minutes we have left, you can heal yourself.
Yes. To quote Louise Hay, you can heal yourself.
Okay.
Lots of beautiful opportunities through Reiki and sound healing and just a holistic approach towards things.
Yeah.
We can really take much better care and help heal ourselves.
I think our kids today need to learn that too. And we're going to break for a brief commercial and look at some of the things that you also have to help yourself.
Sounds great.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
More of Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle is coming up on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Don't use if allergic to Sky Rizzy. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Sky Rizzy, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizzy.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZY to learn more.
And now a look at your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center. Still looks like a good morning out there. Sunny skies through the late morning and early afternoon, a high reaching 86 degrees. As we head into the later afternoon, though, isolated showers and thunderstorms are a possibility. Total chance of precipitation today, only 20%. This is your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center.
Here's Daily Hope with Pastor Rick Warren.
The Bible says it is not good for man to be alone, and God meant for us to be in community with each other. Whether you ever get married or not, doesn't matter. Really what matters is, do you have a spiritual family, a group of 3 or 4 or 5 people that you can walk through life with so you're not on your own.
Hear more from Rick Warren at PastorRick.com.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your... so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
Folks, you know Randy Marion sells vehicles the King of Price way, but did you know our service department? We service vehicles the King of Price way. We sell tires, we sell brakes, we sell batteries, we sell the maintenance. We help you keep your vehicle on the road safe, ready to drive. Whatever the season is, Randy Marion service departments have you covered. Come see us today because, folks, again, you know we sell the King of Price way and we do service the King of Price way.
King of Price, RandyMarionStatesville.com. Community Centered continues now. Here are your hosts, Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle, on the new 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
We are back, and Debbie, we miss you. Hope to see you next week. Take care of your mom. If you're driving in your car, pull over. If you're getting into your car, turn on your radio. Set your dial to WSIC 105.9 FM or 1400 AM. Keep informed and entertained all day. It has made such a change in how I feel driving around all day long, because I'm informed with the news, what's going on, hearing how to heal yourself, hearing all sorts of wonderful things. And don't be afraid to call in with a question. So again, I'm back with Cori Stuart. And where are you located exactly?
Yeah, so I'm located in it's known as the Birkdale Business Center, and it's across, back behind Bob Evans.
Okay.
So I shine yoga. There are all kinds of healers. I'm one located in the business quarters, Lake Norman business quarters, where there's myself, 2 body workers, a TMJ specialist, a chiropractor, and a therapist. But then also...
So just even walking into that building, you're going to feel better.
It's amazing. I'm slightly biased. I've been there for several years. But also there's iShine right by there, Benton Integrative, and 2 or 3 other chiropractors such as Touchlight Chiropractic and Adjusting the World as well.
Wow.
Yeah, Little Nook in Huntersville.
Yeah, I love that. Because healing really starts from within.
Yes, yes.
And knowing how you normally feel. And when something's off, you can pick it up right away.
Yeah. And for me, it makes it so simple to be able to know who to recommend other people go to. I can only help with the nervous system so much, but if I know somebody's in back pain, I know which healers are definitely on my list.
Yeah.
So it's great to have a referral network as well.
It definitely is. So, okay. I've got this cutest turtle staring at me. I grew up on a lake, and I cannot tell you how many turtles I have collected over the years.
Me too. Me too.
Now, what does this cute thing do?
So he is a golden sheen obsidian turtle, and golden sheen.
I'm so sorry.
Well, the good thing is he's not in any pain, and he's hand carved. Golden sheen obsidian is great for electronic byproduct reduction, and so if you've got a lot of computers or electronics in a room, it's great for that electronic absorption. Golden sheen obsidian, in my opinion, is also a great grounding stone and also a stone for manifestation, as he's got these beautiful overtones or undertones with the golden sheen.
So he should sit on every computer.
Yes, and I also have our two turtles flanking my TV at home with the speakers and all the other things connected. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing, and you do carry those.
I do. So I converted my grandmother's china cabinet into a literal crystal cabinet, and I encourage everybody to be as hands-on as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just telling you, I had a crystal I held for years, and I can't find it. It's driving me crazy.
It'll either find you or it's found its new home for somebody else to help out. So as everything is energy and the way I understand things, it's just like the ebb and flow. Sometimes relationships are for a season, and sometimes the seasons are short, and sometimes they're longer. So it's something to be celebrated that you had that great relationship.
Yeah. Show me some other products that you have here.
Yeah. So during COVID, as we were talking about different ways of letting go, or we should say the lockup, either way, I found I wasn't going to the beach as often as I wanted to, and that really frustrated me. I am a big fan of letting go of my troubles through water. So I do have several meditations that individuals can use water for, and we'd love to share those. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'll share those in a heartbeat. But I started researching different salts.
Yes.
And I am such a huge fan of being able to let go through water, and found Epsom salt wasn't really my friend. But there are so many different kinds of salts out there. So there's Himalayan, there's Dead Sea.
Yes.
And then there's what we use as table salt. But I started combining the different salts and found that Dead Sea salt and I are much better friends. And they have each of the salts also have different minerals. So as we're looking to continue to heal our bodies, pay attention to what, even your salt is bringing into your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started offering for not just my own personal use, but for my clients too, because a lot of us were cooped up instead of going out as much. A lot of us, I think, started going to the mountains, but not as many were going to the ocean and still looking for that release. So I started playing with essential oils and bath salts, and including Reiki-infused crystals inside too.
Okay,
Yeah.
What else do you have over there?
So I'm also aware that not everybody can use smoke to help cleanse space or your environment. So I started making room sprays.
Okay.
I was living in an apartment through most of life, so I can't really see myself here. Here, I'll hand that over to you. Okay.
There we go.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So I started making body and room sprays in order to help let go of different things in the environment, as well as being able to help people feel more relaxed. Different essential oils have different properties, the same way that different crystals do. So with oils, I started to focus on, okay, what will help draw in really positive energy? And I'm Southerner by choice, and I love magnolia. And I learned that magnolia is a compassion oil, and it helps others feel compassion, or helps individuals feel compassion for themselves and the people around them.
Wow.
So to me, it's a great oil to incorporate into a cleansing spray, because we all need more compassion for ourselves. So as we're cleansing away the negative, let's draw in some compassion. And one of the best oils,
point.
yeah, one of the best oils for love is rose. So it's this very calm, cleansing smell. And for sleep, I've started blending lavender oil.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I've always heard lavender is very good for that.
It is. It's so long as you are not ADHD. So I've learned particular individuals with different, I'll put it, functionalities, 'cause they have a tendency of responding to different oils. So for some, lavender is very calming, and for others, it wakes them up. Whereas peppermint oil can be very calming for some.
Yes, yeah.
And for myself, it's like I'm awake, let's go do the day kind of a thing. But I had a dear friend who had ADHD, and peppermint just chilled them out.
Yeah.
So
you have to really play around with it.
Yeah, and that's what I think is so beautiful with all the different healing modalities, is there are so many beautiful tools that we can use. It's learning what is the best situation for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why I love working with the variety of people that I have. It's not, okay, I'm going to tell you this is good for you, which a lot of doctors may do. But I'm going to really sit and listen. Okay, where are you? What do you really need?
Yeah.
Is it compassion? Is it calm? Is it an energetic hug? What can we do that's best for you?
Yeah. And I've always had the stones. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always been told to sit there and just hold a stone to make you feel grounded. And
Mm-hmm. I frequently joke I am a reincarnated raccoon, because I have always been drawn to shiny things. And it was actually in working at a jewelry store that I started learning that crystals had healing properties. That's where I actually learned about Ayurveda.
I found that out with diamonds.
Yes. And diamonds can be a girl's best friend. They are high in carbon, and they are great.
The bigger, the more healing it is.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. But if there's no pressure, there's no diamond. They are very particular, kind of like a sunflower, in my opinion, like a sunflower.
Good ring, you know.
It'd be a great ring. But similar to the golden sheen obsidian turtle you like, it helps keep some of the electronic stuff out of your system. So if you're going to be on your phone a lot, I completely applaud and encourage wearing diamond earrings or shungite or other such stones. But I love having these different healing properties that we can either wear in jewelry, either in earrings, pendants, bracelets, rings, or having them even just on your nightstand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to go and tell my children that really all the jewelry I'm wearing is for healing.
Well, always, always. And it's same with, where did the materials of your jewelry being made from? Silver and gold have different healing properties too. It's all working for your greatest benefit. It's just tuning in a little bit differently.
And understanding.
And willing to be understanding, for sure.
And yeah, wow.
Yeah.
You're a book of knowledge. What else do you have over there?
Well, I brought a couple of crystals with me. So you actually picked up the carnelian. And carnelian is one of my favorites. It's a stone that helps to awaken creativity and courage.
Ah.
And also, as we're shifting into allergy season, works with inflammation reduction.
Okay.
So I almost always have carnelian in my pocket as a person who has ragweed issues.
So put this in your pocket.
Yeah, I prefer a smaller version of it, most certainly. Yep.
Okay, let's show the
There's a
small.
little-
There's
There's
now
a little one.
that's more my level.
Yeah. And what's great is a lot of athleisure lines are starting to put them like pockets in their line.
Hold your thought. Don't go away, because we will be right back. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what
There's more of Community Centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle coming up from the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. You're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
And now a look at your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center. Still looks like a good morning out there. Sunny skies through the late morning and early afternoon, a high reaching 86 degrees. As we head into the later afternoon, though, isolated showers and thunderstorms are a possibility. Total chance of precipitation today, only 20%. This is your weather update from the WSIC Weather Center.
Stop dreaming about the perfect lawn and make it a reality. Drum Landscape Supply now offers personalized lawn plans. Visit drumlandscapesupply.com and collaborate with our experts. Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop.
It's community-centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on the new 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Cori Stuart, and we had a call.
I'm super excited for this one.
And it was a man, which I love. He's loving what we're talking about and agreeing with all of us, but where does he start?
That is one of my favorite questions. So the question or the answer I would have is it's really contingent on what he feels the most drawn to. So for me, I started studying Reiki, then I did my deep dive with crystals, and then started playing with oils. So for him, it might be a different path. He might feel more drawn towards the oils. He might feel drawn to just receiving Reiki. And then as he receives it, be like,
yes,
okay, I want to know more. I want to do this for myself.
Now, I had a Reiki session. I didn't know you then, about 4 or 5 months ago. And what I think our viewers really need to know is it's not a relaxed massage.
No.
Her hands basically don't really touch you.
Right.
But she could feel the vibration in her hands of areas on my body that I may have been having a problem with.
Right.
And she'd ask a question, and she'd go right to where the energy, and she could feel it.
Mm-hmm. So with Reiki, it can either be done hands-on or hands-off. And so if it's a distance session, very obviously it's going to be hands-off.
That's true.
But for even an in-person session, I have some clients who have been craving human touch, and it's a light touch on the human. So it's much more an energetic massage than an actual massage. But even within a hands-on session, there will be different points because energy simply is, where it might be a disturbance more in your energy field that's just slightly above the skin.
Yeah.
And we can help work with that. It will help all balance. Yeah.
And I might say to our caller, I think if I were in his shoes, I might come to your store and find a crystal or something that he really wants to put in his car.
Yeah.
Or in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Or that type of thing, or go to when he's feeling a little low in energy. And also maybe start with taking your online course.
Yeah, I would be honored to have him take a deep dive with me or a not so deep dive. So I don't do surface level very well. I'll be honest with that. I kind of dive right in. That's just my personality, which is part of why I do have a great 3-month course called Reconnection. And it actually starts next week. And we're using the chakras as guides for anxiety reduction tools and techniques. So it'll be the intellectual, the physical, and the energetic properties are all being addressed. So you're creating this holistic toolbox of anxiety reduction for short term and long term.
Okay.
And then I'm also, of course, teaching Reiki. So individuals can help, okay, how do I help myself?
Yeah.
How do I help take better care of the people around me?
You know, this would even be good for people who have gone through a loss.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Most certainly. A lot of hospice groups will use Reiki to,
Okay.
one, assist individuals in feeling comfortable and crossing over, as well as taking care of the families who are going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
And you know, in lighter note, numerous hospitals are also using Reiki as post-operation because it helps the body to recover faster.
Yes.
So it covers, I guess, both aspects of the life bringing as well as the helping the individual cross over to the next round.
Yeah, and I think with COVID, not to keep going back to COVID, but if we go through another, couple of months where people are not going to be able to get out and go to the doctor, not be able to go out and see other people, and this is a great way to get healed.
It's a beautiful way to feel like you're getting a hug, even if you're not getting a physical hug.
Yes. Yeah.
Although I'm a big fan of physical hugs.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I think you're just a book of knowledge on self-help.
Yeah, I've been very blessed. I'm a big fan of the School of Life, and I don't think I'll ever stop learning, but I'm the person who on my wild nights in would put on a face mask and have a good book, and it'd be a book on Reiki or different crystals or how to be better in mindfulness. So there are a lot of, I worked on and studied under, one of the best mindset coaches that's been around, and I'm not saying that, he's known as the coach's coach, and studied under him for, it's now been 8 years. So there is a lot of information between my two ears, and the great thing is the accident did not knock it out. So I can still share it forward.
Very willing to share it.
I have nothing to gain by keeping this information to myself. And my purpose, I really feel, is if I can help just one more person, then I've done my job. And if I can do that every day, that's a lot of people, because that creates that ripple effect.
That's right.
Yeah.
Give us your email again.
Sure. It's CORI@CORISTUART.com.
So just remember, Cori Stuart.
Yeah. And please do send me all the questions.
Yeah.
I love to research. I love to follow up and work with people and placing your shoes in a better place.
And so for you, for continuing education, you keep studying and learning, and they keep developing new courses, new products.
Yeah. So there used to only be one form of Reiki. There are probably 40 now.
Oh, my.
I've studied at least 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because every technique is just a little bit different. And as I mentioned earlier, I also am very aware that different techniques are going to resonate with different individuals. And when we're in different situations, it's really nice to know I've got these different tools I can call on, whether it be using a different aspect of Reiki, whether it be, okay, you need some courage. I'm just going to put that over by you for a little bit. What can we do in order for you to be the most comfortable, confident you?
This is probably very helpful for kids who are going through a tough time.
It's amazing for kids.
I mean, for my son alone, it was good physically.
Yeah.
But she must have worked on him mentally too, because I can remember how upset he was when he had to start all the surgery he had to have.
I think one of the best compliments I've ever gotten was, I feel more calm.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of giving a tranquilizer.
Yes. Yes. And actually that's a great point, is So, hospitals are using Reiki post-op instead of a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Because it's not addictive. You can't overdose a person with good energy.
Wow.
Right.
You're going to have to come to the dentist with me because they can't freeze me.
I would be honored to. And one of the great things our government is doing is it's also now approved as a PTSD treatment for our veterans.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. It's a big, big win.
I'm excited because I see that this is a positive health benefit to people who really need it more than anybody.
Yeah, I think, or I'm hoping, and maybe it's because I run in the world that I run in, I'm hoping that as much of the ish we're starting to see, we'll start seeing more of the love and the good that is coming through.
Yeah.
And every little step makes a big step.
I wish everybody could sit in this room right now. My hands are tingling. I don't know whether yours are or not.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I'm just feeling a tingling all over, like, because I just touched this and I touched that, and I had this by my head during the break, and I'm thinking, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, the great thing with Reiki is it's like we said, it's that good intentional movement of energy. And so as a recipient of a lot of sessions, people feel fewer headaches, they feel more calm, they feel more focused. Some people are like, I don't know what it does, but I feel a lot less anger. Or
well, even
I feel
if
like
we
I
could
can
get
get
the
through
anger out of this world, it'd be beautiful.
Yeah, and if we could find a way to do like a Reiki harvest drop over people, it'd be great. Like crop dusting. Yeah, but I mean, within an active session, that's the word I was looking for, the recipient it can be like a meditative nap. And you can have that. Some practitioners don't talk at all. I definitely do. I'm similar to the practitioner you went to where I'm asking you questions.
Yes.
And I also normally give homework. Like I said, I don't do surface level very well. But I really want you to be the best you can be.
Yeah, I left feeling very relaxed. Not like you leave from a massage.
Right.
But I left feeling pulled together.
Yeah. One of my favorite testimonials was from a client saying, I think the biggest adjustment was I don't feel my muscles relax like in an actual massage.
Yes.
And I can fall asleep because I have a 2-year-old, so it's not like I get a lot of great rest, and actually feel calm and like I can take care of my 2-year-old and my husband and myself for the next week. I think our moms need that.
I think
our dads need that
yes,
too. But
they do.
Yeah.
They certainly do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Well, in the last few minutes we have together, what would you like to touch on?
I think the biggest thing is remember everything is happening for you. Yes, Reiki is an extraordinary tool, but you don't have to go through the Reiki attunement in order to really take care of yourself. You can start asking yourself better questions, like what do I really need?
Okay.
How do I need to show up? But also take advantage of all the tools and the resources and the people that are around you, whether you're here in the Lake Norman area or if you're in a further, bigger space.
We are running at such a pace that we don't sit still and really look at where we are, where we're going, how we want to feel.
Yeah.
I cannot thank you enough for your time, your energy, your knowledge. This has been fabulous. Do yourself a favor. Find one thing today, whether it's a crystal, signing up for an online program, or a session, but do it for you. And we will see you next Thursday. Debbie, I hope you come back for next week. Missed you. Thank you.
Thank